everybody, you got Garage Guy coming to you tonight. It is November 11th, 2017, and I want to say to all those veterans out there who served, thank you. Now, I started this video last week. As a matter of fact, this past Saturday, November 4th, and it all started with this right here. What you're looking at is an empty box. What came in it come from a certain online gun shop out of Kentucky. I'll talk about that here in a minute, but the last part of the video, I had a lot of things going on this past week, so I'm finally getting to finish it. But the first two parts you're about to see, I did last Saturday. Let's go ahead and watch it. And then after those two clips run, I'll let you know what's happened. Hello everybody, you got Mark coming to you this evening on a Garage Guy channel. And the title of this video is very self-explanatory. Alright, what I got here in this box is the Ruger Mark IV Standard. And this one, my friends, has the 6-inch barrel. Chambered .22 long rifle. About, I guess, what was it, a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, a gentleman by the name of, well, his channel name is TAC Tactical, uploaded to what is the first video review on YouTube about this model firearm. And I looked today, and there are still no other reviews about it. I also looked on the VidMe platform, no reviews about it whatsoever. Now his has the 4 3/4 inch tapered barrel, but like I was saying, this one right here has the 6-inch tapered barrel. That's the only differences. But going back to the title of this video, this is pretty much going to be a rant. Maybe not so much against Ruger itself, but against a certain gun shop I ordered this from online. This debacle could have been prevented. What do you say we go over here to the bench under the bright light? I'll take this out of the box, give you a gander at it, and show you what the malfunction is. Well, here we are on the bench under the bright light, and I got the box here, cardboard box. What can you say? The Mark III's came out, had the really nice plastic carrying case. Don't know why they switched. People say it's to keep costs down. Well, I'd rather pay 5 or 10 more extra dollars, maybe even 15 or 20 for a nice carrying case than this, but I can always go to shopruger.com and order a really good carrying case for this. Alright, we'll open it up, and we have the usual literature here, the Ruger stickers, and join the NRA and all that and everything. Got no problem with the NRA. They mean well. I am pro 2A. No problem there. I remove the gun from the box. And here are the accessories you get. You get the second 10-round magazine. It comes with 2 of these. That one's kind of gritty. I'm going to have to put some ballistol on that. And speaking of ballistol, I love this stuff right here. Hey, good stuff. Anyhow, you also get your chain lock, right? Not chain lock, but padlock. You know, a lot of people just throw these to the side or give them away. Keep them. Put them somewhere, you know, put them in an old drawer. You might never know when you might need one, okay? And this little O-ring right here. You have an ambidextrous safety on the Mark IV series of pistols. Now, if you want to take one off the left side, or excuse me, the right side if you're a righty, then this is what you put in place of it. Hang on to that. Make sure you do. Okay? Now, I'll put all this back in the box here. And we'll pretend this is just a normal plain Jane review, and I'm not massively ticked off about this. Now, we will get this out of the wrapper here. if I can find it. I have had this out at my FFL when I received the transfer. Now looking at this, you look at it. Ruger Mark IV Standard 6-inch barrel. Nice balance, not top heavy. I love that grip angle. I love it better than the 2245s. You got the black plastic grips right here. Of course, these are very interchangeable. You can order a lot of these online. You have the slide lock right here, slide lever lock rather, and safety on this side on the right and on the left. You have fixed sights here on the back and a fixed blade sight on the front. Believe me, this gun has no ammunition in it. It has been very well safety checked. That matted black finish, it's beautiful. It is really beautiful. It gives this gun a really classic look. Now, I did like the Ruger Mark Standard series better when he had the stainless colored trigger, but the black looks really nice as well. I like it. And of course right here you press in on that and you pull up and it breaks down just like a single shot shotgun, and I'll show you that here in a minute, my little analogy. We've all seen it before, but hey, I want to make an impression. Okay, the major malfunction with this firearm. You notice the magazine release button right here? Look at this. That mofo will not budge, not one iota, won't move. It's almost like somebody has cemented this in place. And I had people say, well, Mark, maybe the shipping grease is hardened. Well, guess what? It might get a little bit hard, but not enough to... nothing. The magazine is in here. It just barely moves. Maybe a little bit side to side, but it's not coming out. Now, when I was at my FFL, of course, we broke it down. We looked at it, took this grip panel off. Nothing. There was nothing there to indicate anything that would be keeping this from being pressed in. I don't get it. You know, to me, this is, I don't know, I'm bum puzzled over this. I have never run across a problem like this, and I would not expect this from Ruger. Now, mostly, I'm mad at a certain online gun dealership because of this. I understand once in a while, you know, even the best gun manufacturers have a lemon slip through the cracks once in a while, but a responsible dealer would have checked a firearm before shipping it. Gave it a good function check to make everything was in working order. What do you say we get back over here to the table and, well, finish this? But before I do, I want to say once more, that little O-ring accessory that come with it, you can remove this grip panel on the right side here, remove this safety lever, and put that little O-ring on there, put the grip panel back in. But the way it feels right here, that's not going to be an issue. Alright. Anyway, let's get back over here to the table and let me finish my little rant. Well, here we go, my friends. You know, a few seconds ago, I mentioned the word analogy. And for those of you who don't know what that means, analogy is pretty much a comparison. So, right here, let me give you an example. We have right here a Stevens 94 M Series 16 gauge single shot shotgun. Now, I'm comparing this or making an analogy to the Mark IV series of pistols by Ruger. Instead of a button, you have a lever, and you just push it and pull down. Voila. Clean it, have at it, easy peasy, okay? That daggone simple. Ruger Mark IV standard. Push a button. Pull down. Clean it, have at it, easy peasy. There's a frickin' bolt. But still yet, I cannot get the magazine out. Ain't working. But still yet, I have hope for this pistol. Send it back to Ruger, let them fix it. Hopefully, it'll be good to go when I get it back. Let's get to the table. Well, I gotta tell you what, my friends, never in my life have I ever had a problem like it with any handgun. Brand new, from the gun shop. Every gun shop I have ever dealt with has always performed a function check before I took it out the door. Okay, and for those of you who do not know what a function check is, right here it is. Alright, you got the firearm, the magazine's in it. First thing you do, you press the eject button. Magazine comes out, no ammo. Then, you rack the slide back, no ammo. Okay, slide works fine, magazine ejected fine, and you pull the trigger, okay? No problem. That is a function check. What did I do? What was the first thing I did? Press the magazine release button. Bam. That's something BGS failed to do. I bet they didn't even look at the gun. They just took the box off the back of their shelf or wherever it was, put it in a shipping container, and shipped it off to me as soon as they got my money. I can blame this, let's say 30% on Ruger for sending a defective product to BGS to begin with. But for BGS to just let this go out the door and be shipped to someone whose money they've already received, that's a no-go. That's a fail. All right? When I did get the gun back from my FFL, I knew the problem. We unboxed it right there in the store. We tried to see if there was something inside the, under the grip panel. Couldn't find nothing. I mentioned packing grease getting hard. Well, I've actually never heard of that. I've heard of it maybe getting a little stiff or something, but never getting that daggone hard unless the weapon's been sitting there for years. And the Mark IV Standard was only released earlier this year, so, that wasn't it. I don't know what the problem is. All right. Now, on BGS's website, when you buy a firearm, you can leave a review. Well, I left a review on there. And of course they put it under review because they want to search for vulgarities and that kind of thing, inappropriate language, what have you. Well, I didn't leave any of that in my written review to BGS about this firearm, but I did let them know how very unhappy I was with it. And that was last Friday, November 3rd. And to this day, November 11th, it's still not on there. As a matter of fact, I looked there on a computer just a little while ago. There was only one review on there. Mine should have been the second one. Guess what? The review from Mark P, not on there. Now, the next Monday, well, this past Monday, November 6th, Buds did call. They called twice within a 30-minute period in the later afternoon, but I was already gone to work. Why didn't I return the call? Well, when I get off work, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. But Buds could have called again the next day, maybe earlier. That's on them. You know, it's not up to me to call them back. Besides, I'd already called Ruger. Ruger said no problem. They would certainly take care of it. They emailed me a prepaid FedEx label, and I arranged for a pickup Wednesday morning. That would have been November 8th, 10:30. About 20 minutes after 10 on Wednesday, November 8th, I heard a knock on the door, and it was a FedEx guy. I handed him the box, said thank you very much. I had my tracking numbers and everything, and lo and behold, it arrived in Prescott, Arizona yesterday, November 10th. So I'm good to go on that. Why did I decide to deal directly with Ruger and not send it back to Buds? You know, I could have refused to accept the transfer. What Buds would have more than likely done, once they got the pistol back, they would have sent it to Ruger. Well, that's an extra 3 to 5 business days, let's say a week, going back to Buds, then another week from Buds to Ruger, then a week going from Ruger back to Buds, and then back to me. So I cut out a couple of business weeks' time and dealt directly with Ruger. Will I use Bud's Gun Shop again? As a matter of fact, I already have. Let me show you what I've done. Well, as you can see, right here's the one I already ordered from BGS. Currently at the Ruger Repair Facility in Arizona. But what was the other one I ordered? Well, the one right above it, right there. The Mark IV standard version with the 4 3/4 inch barrel. I have faith in Ruger, and I have faith in BGS, okay? I doubt if they're going to let the same thing happen 2 times in a row to the same paying customer. I'll admit it, I love a Ruger pistol, and honestly, Bud's was the only online gun shop close to me that had it. And like I said, I doubt if they're going to let the same thing happen 2 times in a row to the same paying customer. Oh boy, you know, I could throw the blame all over the place. You know, I don't blame Ruger as a whole. I don't blame Buds as a whole. But, you know, I've worked in industrial production environments for quite a few years. And you always have this one ne'er-do-well employee who's disgruntled, probably because maybe their spouse is giving them a rough time at home, or maybe they were denied a vacation day they'd requested. It could be a number of reasons. So the person, you know, there might have been at Ruger, said, screw it, I'm going to let this thing go on, the heck with it, and let it go. There's people out there like it. The same thing could be said for Bud's Gun Shop. They might have had a disgruntled employee working back in their warehouse or what have you. It's hard to tell what happened, but the bottom line is, Ruger, you let one slip through the cracks, and I understand every major gun manufacturer has one that does make it through the cracks. And Bud's Gun Shop, you got to be more responsible. Open your gun box up, you know, when you receive it from the factory. Check it out. Do the aforementioned function check. Maybe somebody was in a hurry to go on break and smoke a cigarette or something. I don't know. But you know better than that. Shame on you, Buds. I'm going to give you one last chance, okay? You've already got my order for the Mark IV Standard with a 4 3/4 inch barrel. If it's not in, well, pristine, brand new condition and everything functioning, then I'll make a video about that too. And I will complain, bellyache. Some people might say cry, whine, and bitch. Yeah, I spend my money on something like that from a reputable company. I expect to get a good product, okay? Well, listen, I'm going to get off here. When I receive the Mark IV Standard back from the Ruger factory, I will be doing the update video on that, okay? This is Garage Guy. Y'all have a nice night.